Today, we will discuss about thumb sucking habit. Under the heading of thumb sucking habit, we are going to see the definition of habit, classification of habit, definition of thumb sucking habit, etiology, the phases of development, effects of thumb sucking habit, diagnosis, and management of thumb sucking habit. Habit can be defined as a tendency towards an act that has become a repeated performance, relatively fixed, consistent, and easy to perform by an individual. It is important to study oral habits in children because of its effects on oral and orofacial structures. Classification of habits. Habits can be classified in a number of ways. One is useful and harmful habits, classified by William James. Empty and meaningful habits, classified by Klein. Pressure, non-pressure and biting habits, classified by Kingsley. Compulsive and non-compulsive habits, classified by Finn. Useful habits are considered essential for normal function such as proper positioning of the tongue, respiration and normal deglutition. Harmful habits have deleterious effect on the teeth and supporting structure such as thumb sucking, tongue thrusting and mouth breathing. Empty habits are not associated with any deep-rooted psychological problems. Meaningful habits have a psychological bearing. Pressure habits. These include thumb sucking and tongue thrusting habits. Non-pressure habits do not apply direct force on the teeth or its supporting structures. Example, mouth breathing. Biting habits include nail biting and lip biting habits. Compulsive habits are deep-rooted habits. The children retreat to the habit whenever they feel insecure. Children tend to suffer increased anxiety when attempts are made to correct the habit. Non-compulsive habits are easily learned and dropped as the child matures. Now we will study about thumb sucking habit. It is defined as the placement of the thumb into varying depths into the mouth. It can be just thumb or one or more digits. Thumb sucking is considered normal till 3.5 to 4 years of age. The incidence of thumb sucking ranges from 16 to 45%. Etiology of thumb sucking habit. Following are the theories put forward to explain the etiology of thumb sucking habit. Number 1, Freudian theory, proposed by Sigmund Freud. According to him, the first 3 years of child's life is oral and anal phase of psychological development. During this period, child has a tendency to place the finger or any other object into the oral cavity because mouth is believed to be oroerotic zone. Prevention of this may result in emotional insecurity and poses risk of the child indulging in other habits. Number 2, oral drive theory, proposed by Sears and Weiss, suggests that prolonged suckling could lead to thumb sucking. Number 3, Benjamin's theory, proposed by Benjamin. He suggests that thumb sucking arises from the rooting or placing the reflex seen in all mammalian infants. Rooting reflex is movement of infant's head and tongue towards an object touching the cheek. This rooting reflex disappears in normal infants around 7 to 8 months of age. Number 4, learned pattern. According to some authors, thumb sucking is just a learned pattern without underlying cause or psychological bearing. Number 5, psychological aspect. Children deprived of parental love, care and affection are believed to cultivate this habit due to a feeling of insecurity. Phases of development of thumb sucking habit. Phase 1, normal and subclinically significant. Seen during first 3 years of age, the presence of thumb sucking during this phase is considered normal and usually terminates at the end of this phase. Phase 2, Clinically significant sucking, seen during 3 to 6.5 years of age. Presence of thumb sucking during this period is an indication that the child is under great anxiety. Treatment should be initiated to resolve the dental problem in this phase. Phase 3. Interactable sucking. Any thumb sucking persisting beyond the 4th or 5th year of life should alert the dentist to the underlying psychological aspects of the habit. Now we will see what are the effects of thumb sucking habit. The severity of malocclusion caused by thumb sucking depends on 3 factors: the duration, frequency, intensity. The duration, the amount of time spent indulging in the habit. Frequency, the number of times the habit is activated in a day. Intensity, the vigor with which the habit is performed. Effects of thumb sucking habit. The following are the effects of thumb sucking habit. 1. Proclination of the maxillary anteriors. Number 2. Increased overjet due to proclination of the maxillary anteriors and retroclination of mandibular anteriors. That is, if the thumb is rested on mandibular anteriors during thumb sucking. Number 3. Anterior open bite due to restriction of the incisor eruption and supraeruption of the posteriors. Number 4. Child may develop tongue thrust as a result of open bite. Number 5. Narrow maxillary arch with or without posterior cross bite. Number 6. Hypotonic upper lip and hyperactive mentalis is observed. Diagnosis of thumb sucking habit. It is based on 2 aspects. Number 1. Parents questionnaire regarding the feeding habits, parental care of the child and parents' occupation. Number 2. Clinical examination. It involves intraoral examination to see proclination, open bite and other features. Another important feature of thumb sucking habit is examination of child's thumb. The presence of clean nails and callus on the thumb is commonly associated with thumb sucking. The management of thumb sucking involves psychological approach, mechanical aids and chemical approach. Psychological approach. The success of any habit interception largely depends on the subject's cooperation and willingness to discontinue the habit. The parent should be counseled to provide the child with adequate love and affection. Also, divert the child's attention to other things such as play and toys. Dunlop's beta hypothesis suggests that the best way to break the habit is by its conscious, purposeful repetition. The child is asked to sit in front of a large mirror and asked to suck his thumb, observing himself as he indulges in the habit. Mechanical aids are habit breakers, which can be either removable habit breakers or fixed habit breakers. The removable habit breakers are passive removable appliances that consist of a crib and acrylic plate anchored by clasps on the posterior teeth. The fixed habit breakers are heavy gauge stainless steel crib in the anterior palatal region soldered to bands on the molars. Other mechanical aid includes bandaging of the thumb or bandaging of the elbow. Chemical approach. Use of bitter tasting or foul smelling preparations like pepper dissolved in volatile medium, quinine or asafoetida placed on thumb that is sucked can make the habit distasteful. Under the heading of thumb sucking habit, we studied about definition of habit, classification of habit, definition of thumb sucking habit, etiology of thumb sucking habit, phases of development, effects of thumb sucking habit, diagnosis and management of thumb sucking habit. Keep watching these videos on YouTube and please subscribe to my channel for further updates about orthodontics and orthodontic classes.